Hey guys, it's your humble host of the Chambers of My Heart. I'm back with another video having to do with Daddy-O 5 and Mommy-O 5. I have someone very special with me, two someones actually. After this incident broke out on YouTube and on the digital news, because this is freaking everywhere, I actually have Emma's and Cody's real mom with me today. She wants to bring to light some of the stuff, and she's been trying to reach out to the bigger YouTubers, and I've even tweeted some stuff out. I haven't gotten a response back, but the more that we can get this story out there, the better, and just put pressure on what is going on, because Mike's apology isn't enough. Their YouTube channels need to be shut down. With that being said, take it away, Rose. Hello? It's okay. Take your time. No, it's okay. Take your time.
I'm the aunt. I'll take over because she's kind of nervous right this minute.
That's fine.
3 years ago, she contacted Mike to give him a second chance to try to be a dad. 2011, excuse me.
More than 3 years ago.
And because he was gone for several years, ever since Cody was 1. And she has a big heart and tries to give people second chances. And ever since we contacted them, it has been one thing after another. And then she actually contacted him 3 years ago as a kind of try to get some help because Cody was ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder, for those that don't know what that means, and asked if he could go and visit for the summer to try to, see if a change of environment would kind of help him out. While he was there, the stepmother, Heather, decided that she was going to forge papers and say that my sister gave up her rights of Cody and was sending him to live there. We got a lawyer, and it didn't work out the way that we had wanted. So Cody was no longer with us, but we still had Emma. Not even 2 years after that, which was about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, they came and got Emma right before Thanksgiving.
It was his Thanksgiving break.
It was his Thanksgiving break, and she came back down. They came back, and not even several days later, they came and the police took them away.
December 1st?
December 1st.
Of 2015?
Of 2015, and then they took my sister to court, and the judge sided with them. Everything they had was fake. My sister never, ever laid a hand on them, never abused them. She took care of them for almost 7 years on her own with no help, no money, no support of any kind from him. Then in August, we had a mutual friend contact us about some YouTube videos, and we saw these videos, and we tried to get some help. The state that we live in, they were like, okay, we were wrong, and they tried to help us. But the state that they live in now decided that it's considered corporal punishment to verbally and physically and mentally abuse your children. And this is where we're at now.
So with all that being said, and I know, Rose, I spoke with you over the phone personally a little bit earlier. You described to me that you were pretty much binge watching all the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, how... Go ahead.
I watched every single video more than 10 times each, over and over and over again.
Like I said to you over the phone, I can't even fathom what you're going through right now, and I know that this information is everywhere, but they don't have Mike and Heather's personal info. They don't know what's really going on. Is there anything, if it's too personal, please don't feel pressure to say anything you don't want to, but is there anything that you want to share from like our earlier conversations that have to do with this? I mean,
with how I lost the kids?
Lots of kids, or I mean, because I know that, and stop me, say too personal if I start sharing what you don't want me to, but you mentioned how your mom, you, for a little bit, were scared of Mike because of the situation that came about.
Yeah.
I didn't want to speak up.
He's had his friends follow me around and stalk me. The two guys live in Washington, North Carolina. I was working at the Walmart over there before they took my daughter from me, and they would follow me home. One tried to run me off the road, and I reported it to the police. I have police statements where Mike was harassing me. Him and Heather thought it was funny to drive by my house a couple times before I moved out to intimidate me and scare me, which it worked, and they ended up taking her and got what they wanted just to hurt me. I've been through a lot with my ex, Michael Martin, and gave him chance after chance to be a dad and do the right thing. And he ended up stealing both of my kids from me just to hurt me. And now he's hurting them. And my kids both have problems, and they do not need to go through this mental and physical abuse. It's not just from Mike and Heather. It's other adults in the video who think it's funny along with it, especially his sister, Courtney Martin. And the oldest son, Jake, has no business putting his hands on my kids. Mike does not have no business putting his hands on my kids, and that no-neck wife of his does not belong touching my damn kids. She should not have no kids. They had no right taking my kids away and all that false stuff and scaring my kids to where they can't see me no more and can't see their family, and they're torturing my kids, and this stupid judge in Oxford want to hear none of my evidence or see any of my stuff, and they took my kids from me for no friggin' reason.
Have you tried to go to another judge outside of the county?
They won't move it out of the county. They
Why?
asked me one time before things got... It was friendly during the first couple court appearances with me and Mike and his wife Heather. And I agreed not to move it out because I felt bad at the time before, they started planning on taking my kids from me. They would have to pay more gas. I have a good heart. I didn't want them to keep wasting money. And I tried working with them to be a good mom, to work with the father of my kids. And I kept it in that county. And both of the judges that saw me screwed me over. They didn't help me. I tried to represent myself because I couldn't afford a lawyer, and when I did afford a lawyer, Mike and Heather kept saying it was a conflict of interest to the judge, so the judge made me get rid of my lawyer that I did hire.
How?
I mean, I got railroaded.
That I understand. I don't know much about the court system. Granted, I haven't really had any experience with them outside of unemployment benefits. How was it a conflict of interest? Was that ever explained to you? I mean, that sounds so weird.
They told us in court, this is the sister, they told us in court that Mike and Heather had spoke to the lawyer when, in fact, they had never been to any of the lawyers in that town until 3 days before court. And they got a whole bunch of names of different lawyers in the town, and
they called every single one of them. And told them about what was going on. And when I called to talk to that lawyer, they said they couldn't. It was a conflict of interest that they already talked to the other party. And nobody would take my case. And then I found a lawyer, and she stayed quiet the whole time in court. She wouldn't even speak up or anything. And she didn't, she kept I gave her $10,000, and she kept everything but $500. And she only went to court twice and filed a few papers. She didn't do nothing to help me. So I didn't get a very good lawyer, and the court on Oxford, North Carolina would not let me represent myself. They wouldn't even hear any of my evidence. They took Emma away without doing a proper investigation. Mike and Heather, when they had Emma for Thanksgiving, they snuck her back down here to North Carolina when I was up there visiting family, because she was only up there for 4 days, and got Emma to tell her some bogus lie on me, saying I was abusing her and didn't have enough food in my house, and punched holes in the walls, and I was cutting myself, which that's not true.
We even had the police come to the house, and when they came to the house, there were no holes in the wall.
My house was OCD clean, because I got OCD, I'm always clean. My daughter had her own bedroom. Anything she wanted, she had. She had food in the fridge. She was very healthy. She's skinny now. So is Cody. They both lost a lot of weight since they've been up there.
Yeah, and because we are now connected on Facebook. Personally, me and you, Rose, are. I've seen the older pictures of Emma and Cody, and yeah, they do. Now that I think about it, they do look a little bit thinner. And what's been pointed out too, because I just got done watching another Philip DeFranco video on the subject, how Cody has bruises all over his arm, and I guess that's from Mike smashing him in the arm,
or grabbing him, squeezing him, and they blame it on Cody, saying he's doing it to himself.
No, yeah.
No, that's Mike all over. That's him doing it to my kids.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know in what way that I can help. I'm trying to tweet out to the bigger YouTubers that has some muscle with YouTube itself. You also mentioned, because you showed me the police report from the police station in your area, North Carolina, and they have verified, yes, that this is child abuse. Mike and Heather do not need custody of those kids. And then with the Baltimore police, you told me that they refused to do, like, anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like,
there was one police officer that thought the way we did, and he was extremely upset that social services up there and the other police departments refused to do anything. They said that it was corporal punishment, but psychiatrists and psychologists and other human service workers that I have shown these videos to, and not just in the state of North Carolina, in other states, say that this is child abuse. Any way, shape, and form that you can put it, it is abuse.
No, it is. Like, when I sat down and I watched the ink prank, I was just floored, just appalled, just like, what the actual fuck? This shit is not even funny. And like I told you earlier, and I'll repeat it here, I tried to call CPS. First it was in Baltimore, Maryland, and because I didn't have an address, the lady kept repeating the same stupid shit I hung up on her, and I looked up an exact number for a location, who put me through to someone else or had me call someone else. And the third CPS lady, she's so adamant about getting me off the phone, and she sent it to me 3 times while I appreciate the information. It's like, I've barely given you anything. I gave the name of the 2 YouTube channels, I gave Mike and Heather's name, but she was real adamant in getting my ass off the phone, so I don't think they took me seriously. I mean,
well, and we actually contacted several news stations in Baltimore, BAL, Channel 11 News, and then the one for ABC. I can't remember what that one was.
I wrote Channel 9 here.
They basically said they didn't care. That it wasn't news to them.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, it's only news when other people, see it, and the ones who actually care about children actually start saying stuff. And when it gets big, like everybody's been doing on YouTube, it's starting to sink into everybody else that these children are being abused. And it shouldn't have took this long. I've been trying now since they took Emma away.
Yeah. I've never seen these two channels before, and they were brought to my attention, like I said, through the user Suit Yourself, and I saw a little snippet while I was at work, couldn't watch the entire thing. Saw a snippet of Mr. Zion's video a few days back. It was more like a live stream or whatnot, and then Boogie and Philip DeFranco, and I'm just going, what is this shit? What is all this? So, I mean, I don't want to keep you on here too long, because I know you're already stressed out just from watching just all that stuff. Is there anything, because this is now, they're all over the digital media, and I will try to get your video out showing the photos of the kids. I will try to get out this interview to the bigger YouTubers. Is there anything else that you can think of that we could possibly do? Because right now they are getting backlash from news outlets, from blog outlets, from big YouTubers. They're getting backlash from everybody. So,
I actually started a petition on my Facebook. As you're, Facebook friends with my sister, could maybe, look it up on her page and maybe share it through your social media sites, and maybe we can get more exposure and maybe get some more people to sign it and see what could be done there that way.
Yeah, no, and I'll definitely go digging for it as long as it's a public thing that I'm able to share. I'll do so.
It is.
Okay. Okay.
It's just.
Go ahead.
Something has to be done. I mean, they can't keep on going like this. I mean, they both have special needs. And if they have to be subjected to this type of abuse for much longer, who knows what will happen, especially with the fact that there are kids their age now committing suicide over little things. No, we don't want that to happen to Emma and Cody.
I mean, I'm regretting now, I've been regretting for a while, that I should have never asked my ex, Michael Martin, for help. I asked him for help to get Cody, a better doctor, because some of the doctors down here in North Carolina just want to put kids on medications after medications. He was on too many different medications, and I didn't want that for him. I didn't want him to be like a zombie. I wanted my son to be healthy and control his moods. He was going to therapy and on so many medicines. I asked Mike to help, and not knowing he would take my kids. He went up there and everything got blamed on me. They ended up, I signed a paper saying Cody could go up there for 6 months to get a better doctor. Mike and Heather said they would work with him and help him. And help me out. They ended up, I left the room to go eat with Cody so they could drive back to Maryland. It was like a 4 to 5 hour trip, and I didn't want nothing bad to happen to my ex or my son on the way home with all that traffic. So I went out to eat with both my kids and left them the paperwork. And next thing I know, when they mailed me the copy back, oh God, it was like 6 months later. I know I'm an idiot for leaving my copy there, but it ended up getting my name forged to giving them permanently to Mike and Heather, when it wasn't permanent. It was supposed to be 6 months. He was supposed to come home. And then I ended up getting visitation. He only let Cody see me on a holiday I was supposed to get him. They promised to do the every other weekend thing while he was up there for the 6 month thing before I found out it was permanent. after he went home for Christmas, he was supposed to come back at the end of January of 2015. I got the paper in the mail saying it was permanent, so I went to court, tried to get it fixed, and then I ended up going to court. They were taking me to court to get full custody of Emma, and I don't know. Then I ended up losing Emma.
I do have a question. Sorry.
You go. No, you can go ahead.
I do have a question about that paperwork, because I know with any court case or whatnot, to my knowledge, is whenever something gets sent off to the judge, both parties get a copy of what was sent for their records and just for backup or whatnot. Do you still have the copy of that forged document with the forged signature? Did you ever receive a copy of that at all?
I have a copy somewhere. It's not my signature to where it's changed. Like I said, I left them the papers, and then it got changed to permanent. I got the year thing, but it's not my signature. But I do have that.
We also have the original copy as well, because my mother made her keep the very, very first copy, the one before the judge.
Paper. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
I don't have that one to where it said 6 months. I have the year one. You have it. I went blank again.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You're fine.
It wasn't hard for them to forge her stuff, because somehow they got an entire tote full of my sister's paperwork, from other things like Medicaid for the kids and things like that, papers that she had signed for them. When they came to visit, to get the kids one of the visits, they took a whole bunch of toys and also took one of her tote paperwork. So it wasn't hard for them to do that.
They also used a very personal document against me in court that I haven't hired a lawyer because I have to pay for a lawyer, and I can't find any pro bono lawyers to do it, or how we say it.
Yeah.
They took a document that nobody was supposed to see. It was confidential. I had a head injury when I was born, and they used it against me, saying I was brain damaged and was supposed to be mentally retarded. I am not mentally retarded. I only suffer from short-term memory issues, and I have a learning disability. I also am bipolar, but I am on my medication. I also go to therapy. My bipolar has never affected my parenting. My papers from my doctors say I'm stable. I've always been stable. My kids have never been harmed in any way. And they used it against me.
The judge, against me. Yeah, the judge that saw her the last time was actually prejudiced against women with.
Your kids are on.
My kids are on TV.
Where's my remote?
Mom, I'm on live.
Ooh.
Sorry.
No. Oh, no, she's...
I'm running in saying my kids are on TV right now on Inside Edition.
Wait, they're what?
My Inside Edition on TV. My kids are on TV. I don't know. Your son had the remote. He hides stuff. I'm sorry. My nephew hides stuff from my son.
Oh my God, Grace.
He's autistic.
What channel?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm freaking out. My son's on TV. I'm sorry.
She's looking at your kids.
My kids.
Oh, what channel?
Sorry. What was I talking about? Why they're looking for my kids on TV? Are you there?
Yeah, I know. I'm still here.
What's Inside Edition on? I'm sorry.
No, I don't have cable. I'm looking at articles right now, and somebody like recorded a video, like a 10-second video.
Okay. Sorry, my mom's freaking out because they're trying to figure it out on TV. What was I talking about?
There's Cody.
Oh my God! My people are texting me on Facebook saying my kids are on Inside Edition.
There, Inside Edition.
Do you still want me to keep talking? Alexis,
Yeah.
move, honey.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Here.
Oh, great. It's not on here. We don't get that channel. Crap.
We ain't got it.
The interview with Heather and Mike on. Oh, they're interviewing Heather and Mike on there tomorrow.
Oh, they are. Oh.
Yes. My friend Dina just texted me on Facebook saying Emma and Cody are on national TV on Inside Edition. The interviewing Mike and Heather on there tomorrow.
How are they interviewing them, but not?
I don't know, unless
We have them.
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me explain to you because I've been watching like all the articles on the YouTube videos. Nobody knows your side of the story. Because you came to my channel and I responded, nobody knows that you're the real mom. All they know is they know Mike and Heather as Daddy05, Mommy05, and what their YouTube channels are.
They showed Cody. My friend just said they showed Cody screaming.
And Emma.
And Emma screaming.
Yeah, what they're gonna do, because I'm calling it now, they're probably going to freaking twist the crap out of it.
Yeah, they're gonna make me look like the bad person, and they're gonna try to make themselves look like the good person again, and everybody's gonna believe them because they have money and I don't. That's what the judge looked at. They said it's not good I'm not married at 31. 31, I'll be 32 in November. You don't have to be married or with a man to be a good mother and to raise your kids. Women can do it by themselves, and if men have to raise kids by themselves, if they're good with kids, they can do it. I mean, they can be a good father to their kids without a woman. I mean, you don't need somebody helping you to be a parent.
Well, like for me, I'm for having both of the parents there, but if there's a situation to where the parents both cannot be there, then, I mean, shit happens, but it's...
I've been a single mother for almost 6 years.
Yeah.
Like I told you, some bad things happened to my niece a long time ago, and my sister's been a single mother taking care of her kids, her autistic son and her daughter. She suffers from PTSD because of what happened. She's a good kid, and so is my nephew, and my niece saw the stuff on YouTube of her cousins being abused, and she ended up having an anxiety attack and crying about it because she snuck on YouTube on her phone. Her mom told her not to, but she got on because she saw us looking at something. She figured out what we were looking at, and we were watching Emma and Cody, what they were going through, and she saw it and she got upset. It's been hard on my whole family.
Like I said earlier, I can't even imagine. Okay, I found the article. Oh no, it's an actual video.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the InsideEdition.com website. And they have, I guess, talking about the interview or whatnot, so this is probably going to be on their website tomorrow. I can't even, fathom what you guys are going through right now. I really can't. And like I said, I am a small channel, but I do want to help you in any way that I can. I don't have any legal advice. I've never dealt with this shit before. I mean, golly, is there anything, because we are still recording, I have not pushed the button to stop.
Yeah, I know, I got distracted. I'm sorry.
No.
She's running in and...
No, you were fine. Is there anything because I am going to try to get this freaking video out there as much as I can. Is there anything that you want to say to Cody, Emma, Mike? I mean, anything. It's going to be unedited. It's going to be raw. The only thing I'm probably going to do is get the noise out, if even that.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Sorry, that was Legos everywhere. I don't even. Do you remember the last thing I said just now before my mom came running in?
Yes, if there was anything you would like to say to Emma, Cody, or Mike,
if my kids are listening to this, I hope they know I never forgot about them, and I never gave them away. And I love them, and I miss them every day. And I wish I can give them a hug and kiss. And Mike and Heather, I hope they lose all 5 kids. I hope she don't get to see her kids. And I hope she suffers through what the hell she did. And I hope Mike, I don't care what happens to him anymore. He deserves whatever the hell he gets.
Hold up, I'm trying to find it.
He only did this to hurt me. His ex, Amy, even contacted me. His ex-wife contacted me today, like I told you earlier. He did stuff to her. She's willing to say I'm a good mother, and she knew me a little bit. When he was with her, I met her a couple times. She was nice. She was good. He controlled her, and he hurt her son. And this is not right what he's doing to his 2 kids and Heather's kids. And I don't want to be a nice person right now, but I'm not talking about, like, I hope they die. I hope they get punished for abusing these children.
Did you see something that was
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I can't with what's been going on with YouTube and the like. They want to censor certain things, and then they want all this other crap to stay open and available, and I just don't understand it. But what I'm gonna do, because only if you want to. Do you want to end it here? Because I know that you guys are gonna have brace for the insider story. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with this too, because this is, damn.
I'm hoping
Go ahead.
people out there that were actually in charge can actually take my kids from him and give them back to me where they had a loving and safe home. Not to be exploited for money. Not so he can become famous. He's not famous, he's just acting stupid on camera. And I hope the 2 judges in Oxford, North Carolina see this and see what they did. And I hope everybody who was involved who didn't do their damn jobs see what the hell they did. See my kids crying and screaming and being hurt and bleeding and being belittled and tortured. I hope all these people, CPS workers, the police department, and the stupid judges see what the frick they did. I'm sorry.
No, you have every right to be upset. You have every right to be frustrated. Like I said, I can't even fathom what you're going through right now. I can't. I'm not going to try to. But I don't want to stress you out any more than what this interview may have already done. I do appreciate your time. I will be keeping in touch, keeping an eye on this, and feel free to call me. You have my personal phone number. You have my personal Facebook. So yeah, I'm not going to go away. You can use my channel as a megaphone. I'm going to try to push this interview out to everywhere I can. And with that, guys, this is your humble host. I need you guys... Oh, go ahead.
I said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate your time. This has got to be hard, very, very hard. Guys, I need you take this interview that I have and freaking post it everywhere everywhere you can. I'm going to see if I can try to reach out to other people with it. It's going to be on every social profile that I have. I need you to freaking blast this. Please do me this favor. I'm not a very big channel. I have about like 500 people underneath my belt. But this needs to be seen. And for the parties involved that are listening, Mike, Heather, you've already known a lot of people's opinions on what you're doing to your kids is mentally abusive. It's fucked up. I can't believe that your guys' channel is still on YouTube. I can't believe that you two have not been shut down and jailed for this shit yet. I hate our system sometimes. But anyway, guys, please do me this favor. Blast this video everywhere you freaking can. This is not monetized, nor will it ever be. Please help get this video out any way you can. This needs to be dealt with. As you heard in the interview, it's going to be on the Inside Edition tomorrow, so I'm sure a video is going to be around somewhere on YouTube. I'm going to definitely keep out for it. I'm going to cover it perhaps. But anyway, you guys, this has been your humble host. Please, if you can't do anything else, just share this freaking interview everywhere. Just do me that favor, okay? And with that being said, I will talk to you guys later, hopefully with better news of the situation.